भद्रं कर्णेभिः शृणुयाम देवाः भद्रं पश्येमाक्षभिर्यजत्राः स्थिरैरङ्गैस्तुष्टभागं सस्तनाभिः व्यसेम देवहितैर्यदायुः स्वस्ति न इन्द्रो वृद्धश्रवाः स्वस्ति न पूषा विश्ववेदाः स्वस्ति नस्ताक्षो अरिष्टनेमिः स्वस्ति न बृहस्पतिर्ददातु ओम शांति 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 ओम अग्नेनय सुपताराये अस्मान् विश्वानि देववयुनानि विद्वान् युयोध्यस्मज्जुहुराणमेन भो इष्टां ते नम भुक्तिं विदेम ओम शांति 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 ओम ब्रह्मन् ब्राह्मणो ब्रह्मवर्चसी जायताम् आराष्ट्रे राजन्यः शूरैषव्याधि व्याधि महारथो जायताम् दोग्ध्रीं धेनुर्वोढा नड्वान् आसु सप्तिः पुरन्धिर्योषा जिष्णो रतेष्ठाः सभेयो युवा अस्य यजमानस्य वीरो जायताम् निकामे निकामेन पज्जन्यो न वर्षत फलवत्यो न वोषधयः पच्यन्तां योगक्षेमो न कल्पेताम् ओम शांति 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 ओम आप्यायन्तु ममाङ्गानि वाक्प्राणचक्षुः स्तोत्रमतो बलमिन्द्रियाणि च सर्वाणि सर्वो ब्रह्मोपनिषदम् माहं ब्रह्म निराकुर्याम् मा ब्रह्म निराकरोतु अनिराकरणमस्तु अनिराकरणं मे अस्तु तदात्मनि निरतेय उपनिषत्सु धर्माः ते मयि सन्तो ओम शांति 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 ओम पूर्णमद पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते ओम शांति 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 हरि ओम नमस्ते
Good. 1341. Adu Twagum so matanu krudbhyo. Alinda odu. Twagum 1341. Twagum so matanu krudbhyo. Dveshebhyo. Anyakrutebhyaha. Uruyantasi. Varuthagum swaha. जुषाणो आप्तुराज्यस्य वेतु स्वाहा अयं नो अग्निः वरिवः कृणोतु अयं वृधः पुर एतु प्रभिन्दन् अयगं शत्रुञ्जयतु
अयगुं शत्रुं जयतु जर्हुषाणो अयं वाजं जयतु वाजसातो कुरु विष्णो विक्रमस्वोरुक्षयाय न कृधि घृतं घृतयोने पिब प्रप्र यज्ञपतिं तिरा सोमो जिगाति घातुवित् देवानामेति निष्कृत मृतस्य योनिमासधमदित्या सधो अस्य दित्या सद आसीधैष ओ देव सवितः सोमस्तघुं रक्षध्वं मा ओ दवधेतत्वघुं सोम देवो देवानुपागा इदमहं मनुष्यो मनुष्यान् सह प्रजया सह राजस्पोषेण नमो देवेभ्यः स्वधा पितृभ्यः इदमहं निर्वरुणस्य पाशात् सुवरभिः विक्येशं वैश्वानरं ज्योतिरग्ने व्रतपथे त्वृतानां वृतपतिरसि या मम तनोस्वयभूदित्यघुं Soya bodhiya gum samahi yatava tanurmaya bodhesha satvai yata yatanno vrutapathe vrutinar vratani.
Yeah, stop there. So let's know what is going on. What are we getting from these kind of formulas of Yajurveda Taittiriya Samhita, where there is where we are connected to perform the Agnishtoma Yajna. It's a long drawn one, but very important sacrifice of the sacrifices. And every Yajna has got so many ancillary rites, which will cover up the procedure of that. So in the first Kanda, third Prapataka, fourth Kandika, we are having mantras which we have covered connected to the Vaisarjaniya Homa. That is a particular optional rite, that rite which is called as Visarjana. So Vaisarjaniya Homa. And in the and further it continues the 1, 3, 4 also. Then next we have got mantras connected 1, 3, 5 mantras connected to Yupa Chedana. That is, Yupa is the sacrificial post to which the victim is being tied. And so Yupa is on something like a Dhvajastambham in a temple, and that is being fixed inside the ground, firm, and that is a big celebration. And in the next Kandika, we have the Yupasthapanam, that is 1, 3, 6, whatever piece of wood that you have cut from the tree, that has got to be installed down the earth deep. Then that is 1, 3, 6 Yupasthapanam. And in the next, we have got the Upakaranam, Pasurupakaranam. So in this manner, in every section of the Kandika or mantras, we have the mantras, because in Veda, we are not supposed to just do the action, but we have to also utter the mantra. So accompanying the mantra, we have got to do that. So we have just now, our Sivalingaya has read or recited the mantras, where in the 1, 3, 3 second one, we have made always trying to get protection. You know, whenever we want to do a sacrifice, yajna ಮಾಡಬೇಕು andre, there will be more and more disturbing forces, visible and invisible. But we have to take care of all that and also proceed in the performance of sacrifice. Therefore, who are those who can do that kind of protection, macro and micro protection? Only the gods only should do it, because they are aware of any and everything which we cannot be aware. Therefore, we just ask, for example, here, Agnirasi Budriyaha Raudrenani Pahimagne Bruhi Mamahimsi. So the last lines are formulas of 133, 131 is, O Agni, you please protect me, Pahi. How one has to become one has to be ready for it. So Raudrenani. So Anika andre Mukha, the face. So Raudra Mukha andre Rudra. Rudra means ghastly. Aghore bhyo, ghore bhyo, ghora ghoradharebhya. So this is the Rudra Anika. How would be the looks and face or appearance of Rudra? He is basically very ferocious god. But when prayers are made to him, then he will be able to be very kind and gracious. So here you see that Pahi Ma Agne and Pipruhi Mam Mamagum Himsi. So Agni is asked to protect us. Then you are asking him to keep you satisfied and also not harm you. So these are the features which we have got to mark that. Now the next Kandika, that's 1, 3, 4, 1. We have read. I am reading them. Yagum so matanu udyo. Please mute it. Tvagum so matanu krudbhyo dveshebhyo deshebhyo
ಅವತ್ತೇನಿದ್ರೆ ಬರಲ್ಲ, ಅವತ್ತೇನಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಬರ್ತಾನೆ. ಅವತ್ತಿದೆಯಲ್ಲ ನಾನು
ಎಂತಾಸಿ ವರುಧಗು
ಸೋಮವಾರ ಮಂಗಳವಾರ ಇದೆ, ಸೋಮವಾರ ಇದೆ ಮತ್ತೆ ಬುಧವಾರ ಇದೆ ಅಂತ. ಮಂಗಳವಾರ ಇಲ್ಲಲ್ಲ ಬಾ ಅಂದೆ.
ಶೇಷಾಚಲಯ್ಯ ಸರ್ ಡಿಸ್ಟರ್ಬ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. ಶೇಷಾಚಲಯ್ಯ ಸರ್ ಅನ್ಮ್ಯೂಟ್.
ಓಂ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡಿದ್ರೆ ಸೋಮ ತ್ವಗುಂ ತ್ವಂ
4ನೇ ತಾರೀಕು ಇಲ್ಲ ಜಯನಗರ ಬರ್ತೀನಿ ಅಂತ ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ಕಾಣುತ್ತೆ.
ಅನ್ಯಕೃತೇಭ್ಯಃ ಕುರ್ಯಂತಾಸಿ ವರುಧಗುಂ ಸ್ವಾಹಾ. So the wide protection, see, we request Soma to extend to us wide protection from Dvesha, from those who hate your enemies, and also others, because basically you are a more powerful person. So here Swaha meaning Namaskara, Swaha meaning offering to them. And another thing is here Aptuhu Ajyasya Vetu Swaha. See, Ajyasya Aptuhu Vetu. So Swahakaras are always offerings. I told you these are all belong to the Vaisarjani Homa, because Homa you have got offerings like this. And so up to Ajyasya Vetu is the ghee is being offered. Ajyasya Vetu. May you know or may you recognize and giving us the cleaning of that.
ಆ ಕಡೆ ಇಟ್ಟಿಟ್ಟು ಹಿಂಗಂದ್ರೆ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಅಗಲಾಗುತ್ತೆ. ಅದನ್ನು ತೆಗೆದು ಇಲ್ಲಿಗೆ ಇಟ್ಕೊಂಡು ಆಮೇಲೆ ಅದ್ರ ಒಳಗಡೆ ಏನು ಸ್ಟಫಿಂಗ್ಸ್ ತುಂಬಿ ಆಮೇಲೆ ಹಿಂಗ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಇದು ಈ ಕಡೆ ತೆಗಿತೆ.
ಅದೇ ತರ ಬೈಸಲ್ ಟ್ರೈ ಮಾಡ್ಬಿಟ್ರೆ ಆಗಿದೆ. ಇಲ್ಲ
ಹೆಂಗ್ ಬಿಟ್ಟಾನ
75 ಕವರ್ ಪ್ಲಾಸ್ಟಿಕ್
ಡಿಸ್ಟರ್ಬ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. ಶೇಷಾಚಲಯ್ಯ ಸರ್ ಅವರೆಲ್ಲ ದೂರ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ.
ಅವನು ಅಂಗಡಿ ಇವಳು ಹಾಕಿದ ತಕ್ಷಣ ಮತ್ತೆ ಇಸ್ಕೊಂಡು ಅವ್ನು ತೆಗೆದು ಪ್ಲಾಸ್ಟಿಕ್ ಕವರ್ ಹಾಕ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು
ಸ್ಕ್ರಾಚಸ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಆ ತರ. ಈ ತರದ್ನಲ್ಲ 50 ಹೆಂಗ್ ತರದು
50 ಅದೇ ಹೆಂಗ್ ತರೋದು ಅಂತ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗ್ತಿದೆ ಈಗ.
ಹೆಂಗಾಡಿ ಮುಂದೆ ಇಟ್ಕೋದಾ
ಒಂದಲ್ಲ 50 ಹಾಕೋಣ.
ಇದೇ ಕೊಡುತ್ತೆ ಅದು ಇದ್ರದಲ್ಲ ಅಂಗಡಿದಲ್ವಾ ಬೇಡ ಇದೇ ಕೊಟ್ಟು ಸಾಕು. 30 2 ಗಾಡಿ ತರ್ಬೇಕಷ್ಟೆ. ಇಲ್ಲ ಇದು ಸ್ಕೂಟರ್ ಅಲ್ಲ ಇದು
ಮ್ಯೂಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ
ಅದ್ರಲ್ಲ ಆದ್ರೆ ಇರ್ರಿ ಅದು ಒಂದು
ಶೇಷಾಚಲಯ್ಯ ಸರ್
40-50 ತರ್ಬೋದು.
ಶೇಷಾಚಲಯ್ಯ ಸರ್ ಅನ್ಮ್ಯೂಟ್ ಆಗಿದೆ ನಿಮ್ದು, ಮ್ಯೂಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬಿಡಿ.
ಇಲ್ಲಿ ತರೋದು ನಿಮ್ಮನೆ ಇಟ್ಕೊತೀಯ?
ಅದೇ ಹತ್ರ ಅಲ್ಲ, ಅಲ್ಲೇ ಬಿಟ್ರೆ
ಅಲ್ಲಿಗೆ ಹತ್ರ ಆಗುತ್ತಲ್ಲ.
ಅದೇ ಅದೇ
ಚಾಮರಾಜಪೇಟೆ
ಇಟ್ಕೊಂಡ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಹಂಗೆ ಇಟ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹೋಗಿ ಈಸಿ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಎಲ್ಲಣ್ಣ ಇದು?
ಹಾ?
ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಸರಿ ಸರಿ ಸರಿ.
ಕುಂಬಾರಪೇಟೆ.
ಹಾ ಹಾ.
ಕಾರ್ಪೊರೇಷನ್ ಕಡೆಯಿಂದ ಹೋದ್ರೆ
ಹ್ಮ್.
ಮಧ್ಯ ಒಂದೆರಡು ಗಣಪತಿ ದೇವಸ್ಥಾನ ಆಪೋಸಿಟ್ ಸಿಗುತ್ತೆ ನೋಡ.
ಕಾರ್ಪೊರೇಷನ್ ಕಡೆಯಿಂದ ನೀವು ಹಿಡಿದು
ಚಿಕ್ಕಪೇಟೆ. ಅದಕ್ಕಿಂತ
ಆ ಕಡೆ
ಮುಂಚೆ
confuse
ಲೆಫ್ಟ್
ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಆ ಕಡೆ ಹೋದ್ರೆ ಕನ್ಫ್ಯೂಸ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ.
ಇಲ್ಲ ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಅದು.
ಈಗ ಅವಿನಿ ರೋಡ್ ಕಡೆ ಹೋಗಿ
ಹ್ಮ್.
ಮ್ಯಾಚಿಂಗ್ ಸೆಂಟರ್ ಇವೆಲ್ಲ ಇದೆಯಲ್ಲ ಅಲ್ಲಿ
ಕುಂಬಾರಪೇಟೆ.
ಇದು
ಚಿಕ್ಕಪೇಟೆ.
ಚಿಕ್ಕಪೇಟೆ ಆಪೋಸಿಟ್.
ಚಿಕ್ಕಪೇಟೆ ಸರ್ಕಲ್
ಈ ಕಡೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಚಿಕ್ಕಪೇಟೆ, ಈ ಕಡೆ ಏನದ ಹೋಗಿ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಮುಂದಕ್ಕೆ ಹೋಗಿ ಅಲ್ಲೊಂದು ದೇವಸ್ಥಾನ ಇದೆ.
ಹ್ಮ್.
ಯಾವ್ದೋ ದೇವಸ್ಥಾನ ಅದ್ರ ಪಕ್ಕ ರೋಡ್ ಇದು.
ಹಿಡಿದು ಧರ್ಮಸ್ವಾಮಿ ದೇವಸ್ಥಾನ ಆದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಆ ಕಡೆ.
ದೇವಸ್ಥಾನ ಆದ್ಮೇಲೆ
ಹ್ಮ್.
ಹೋಗ್ತಾ ಇರೋ ಒನ್ ಆಫ್ ದಿ ಲೆಫ್ಟ್ ಅದು.
ಈ ಕಡೆ ಹೋದ್ರೆ ಜಲ್ದಿ ಸಿಗುತ್ತೆ ಅದು. ಇಲ್ಲ ಅದು ಸಣ್ಣ ರೋಡ್ ಆ ಕಡೆ ಎಲ್ಲ ಹೋದ್ರೆ ನೀವು ಇನ್ನು ಚೂರು ಬೇಕಾಗಿ
ಹ್ಮ್.
So now we are just making prayer to asking Somadeva to extend a wide protection to us from the enemies, Dveshebhyaha, and also from the Hanyakritebhyaha. So those people who are hostile to us, they're called hostility. Those people who have got great hostility or negativity or disturbing that, to try to extend a strong protection, a wide protection to us. And as you are doing that, the situation is, oh, Somadeva, you please note down that ghee offering is kept for you, and you please accept and all that. And again, in the next mantra, Ayam no agnihi, Ayam no agnir varivakrunotu, Ayam rudaha puraetu prabhindan, Ayagum setrun jayato juhvashano, Ayam vajam jayatu vajasatau, Uru Vishnu Vikramasva, Uru Chayayana Krudhi, Ghrutam Ghrutayone Pipa, Praprayagnapatim Tira, Somo Jigati Gatu Vitu. So here you are Somo Jigati. Big Agni is our friend, and he has to extend good protection. And therefore, Agnihi Varivaha Krunotu. And Ayam Mrudaha Purayetu Prabhindan. Here Ayam means the Yajamana, the sacrificer, should be empowered as to be able to clear off the impending obstacles and difficulties. That kind of strength also is to be granted to him. Prabhindan. And not only that, Ayagum Setrum Jayatu. So let him also win over, be victorious by driving away the enemies. And because of performance, Vajam Jayatu Vajasatau. See, Vajasatya means the sacrificial session. Yajna Sandarbhagadalli, ಯಾವ ತರಹ ಫಲಪ್ರಾಪ್ತಿ ಆಗಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಕರೆಸ್ಪಾಂಡಿಂಗ್ ಫಲಪ್ರಾಪ್ತಿ ಮಾಡೋ ರೀತಿಯಾಗಿ ಪರಮಾತ್ಮ ನೀನು ಬ್ಲೆಸ್ ಮಾಡು. Because, the Yajurveda gives us a clue that nothing is our own and nothing is our action and success, but behind that there is the divine force operating system, like and because of him, all things get accomplished. Therefore, we are making compliment to Agni. Agnihi varivaha krunotu. Ayan krunotu. So Agni Deva make varivaha, the Yajamana should be quite capable, and also he must be sweeter and happy, successful. And how does he? Prabhindan. So by killing or by just driving away the various kinds of enemies. And we have got different kinds of enemies. They are all called Yajna Vignakaraha. ಏನನ್ನ ಯಜ್ಞ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರೆ ಅದನ್ನು ವಿಘ್ನ ಮಾಡೋರು ತುಂಬಾ ಜನ ಇರ್ತಾರೆ. ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಆ ವೆರೈಟಿ ಈಸ್ ಬೀಯಿಂಗ್ ಮಾರ್ಕ್ಡ್ ಔಟ್ ಹಿಯರ್. ಅಂಡ್ ಅಲ್ಟಿಮೇಟ್ಲಿ ಯಾಕೆ ಶತ್ರು ಆರ್ ಅಬ್ಸ್ಟ್ರಾಕ್ಷನ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ಇಂಪ್ಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಕೌ ಡೌನ್ ಆಗಬೇಕು ಅಂದರೆ ಅಲ್ಟಿಮೇಟ್ಲಿ ಇಂಥ ಒಳ್ಳೆಯ ಯಜ್ಞ ಮಾಡುವಾಗ ಇನ್ ದಿಸ್ ಕೈಂಡ್ ಆಫ್ ಪವರ್ಫುಲ್ ಯಜ್ಞ ವೆನ್ the Yajamana has undertaken, he must be able to get the fruits out of that successfully, because yajna phala is important, because no yajna is taken up for action, performance, unless you keep the phala or the reward therefrom. And again, after making prayer to Agni, Soma and all that, now we turn to the prayer to Vishnu by saying, "O Vishnu, Uru Vikramasva, O Vishnu, you try to stretch your leg or foot so wide, occupying the ground and beyond." Yake, why should you do that kind of Vikramatvam for Vishnu andre? Urutshayaya anaha krudhi. It is only to provide us a wider space, a wider place for our living. So Vishnu has to take steps to give us a Chaya andre area. Chaya means other than that we have got the word as Kshetra Palaka. So Chaya, Chaya, Uru means big, large, wide. Naha krudhiyaya. Vishnu Bhagavan, you please allow us to have a larger area so that we'll have more benefits. Because, people, our contract used to say in 2030, in 30-40 ಸೈಟ್ಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಬಿಲ್ಡರ್ಸು ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ, ಸ್ವಲ್ಪನೇ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಬಟ್ ಅದೇ ವೈಡರ್ ಪ್ಲೇಸ್ ಆದರೆ ಲೈಕ್ 40, 60 or 50, 70 ಸೈಟ್ ಇದ್ರೆ ಆವಾಗ ದೇ ವಿಲ್ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಮೋರ್ area and more apartments or more construction that they can afford. ಅದರಿಂದ ನಮ್ಗೆ ಏನು ಬೇಕು ಅಂದರೆ we should always have a wide ground. So ಆ ವೈಡ್ ಗ್ರೌಂಡ್ ಅನ್ನ ಕೊಡಪ್ಪ ವಿಷ್ಣು, because Vishnu is the ಭೂಪತಿ basically. That's why ಭೂದೇವಿ ಶ್ರೀದೇವಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಲ್ವಾ. So she is the lord of the land. Therefore, whenever you make a construction, you make a prayer to Vishnu, and he is the Lord who has to give you success in your enterprise. And again, turn to Agni. Ghritayone ghritam biva. So Ghritayoni yaru andre Agni Deva. So you are shifting and taking care of the respective gods who are available in the yajna programming. So the Agni is there, and what is that Agni? Ghrita Yoni. Yoni means seat. So Ghrita Yoni means he has got, he can rise high, he can be prosperous whenever the clarified butter is there. But ಇನ್ನೊಂದೇನಂದ್ರೆ ಬರೀ ತುಪ್ಪ ಕೊಡೋದು ಹೊರಟೋಗ್ಬೇಡಪ್ಪ ಬೆಕ್ಕು ತರಹ. But we say that you just ಯಜ್ಞಪತಿಂ ಪ್ರತಿರಾ. ಸೊ ಯಜ್ಞಪತಿ ಇದನ್ನಲ್ಲ ಯಜಮಾನ, ಆ ಯಜಮಾನನಿಗೆ ಬೇಕಾಗಿರುವ ಬೆನಿಫಿಟ್ಸ್ ಮಾಡಿಕೊಡಪ್ಪ. ಸೊ ದಟ್ಸ್ ವೈ the difference between a cat and dog. if you give the food for a cat when you are taking food just before you, ಏನ್ ಮಾಡತ್ತಪ್ಪ ಬೇಕು?
ಕುಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹೋಗ್ಬಿಡತ್ತೆ,
ಆ?
ಹಾಲು ಕುಡಿಯುತ್ತೆ, ಹಾಲು ಕುಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹೋಗ್ಬಿಡತ್ತೆ,
ಅಷ್ಟು ಮಾತ್ರ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಒಳ್ಳೇದು, ಕ್ಲೀನ್ ಆಗಿರತ್ತೆ.
ಎಲ್ಲ ತಳ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಚೆಲ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಹೋಗ್ಬಿಡತ್ತೆ,
ಬಾಯನ್ನ ಶೇಕ್ ಮಾಡತ್ತಲ್ವಾ,
ಕೆಳಗಡೆ ಎಲ್ಲ ವೇಸ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬಿಡುತ್ತೆ.
ಸೊ ಆ ಶೇಕ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಅದೆಲ್ಲ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಪ್ಲೇಟಲ್ಲಿ ಬಿಟ್ಬಿಡ್ತದೆ. ಅದಕ್ಕೋಸ್ಕರ ಬೆಕ್ಕು ಇಸ್ ಒನ್. ಬಟ್ ಆದರೆ ನಾಯಿ ಏನಾಗತ್ತೆ, ಇಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ಶೋ ಅಫೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಟು ಯು ಫಾರ್ ವಾಟ್ ಎವರ್ ಯು ಆರ್ ಗಿವನ್, ಅಂಡ್ ವಾಟ್ ಎವರ್ ಗುಡ್ ಆರ್ ಆರ್ಡರ್ ಕಮ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಯು ಗಿವ್ ಇಟ್ ಟು ದಿ ಡಾಗ್, it will do. That means the gods are useful to us the moment we give them food, the moment you make them prayed. Therefore, accordingly, Ghrutayone piba, Ghrutam piba, and also bari kudkund hogbedappa, as Swalinga has said it, you Yajnapatim Pratira, you make the Yajnapati also to grow in prosperity. So broad plain. And then that's why it is said, Yajnapatim Pratara. And Somo Jagati Gatuvit. See, Soma is able to also accomplish the same because he's a Gatuvit. Gatum Yagnaya, Gatum Yagnapataye and Baratalva. So, the Somadeva is able to provide you also. So Soma, Agni, Vishnu, these are the three gods who are invited, to whom offerings are offered, and to whom we are submitting the prayers that you give us a wide area, and so that we will be able to perform our yajna with deep affection and wider details. And now I to go to 134 second Kandika, where Om Devanam eti Nishkrutam Rutasya Yonim Asadam Adityaha Sado Se Adityaha Sada Asida Yeshavo Devas Savitaha Somahata Gumrachadvam Mavodabham Davodavadetato Tvagum Devo Devana Upagaha Idamaham Manushyo Manushyan Saha Prajaya Saha Rayash Poshena Namo Devebhyaha Swata. Okay, ma, good luck. Swadha Pitrubhyaha Idamaham Nirvarunasya Pashat Suvarabhi. So, illi innundu, and ಇವೆಲ್ಲ ಕೂಡ ಏನಂದ್ರೆ ಯಜ್ ಅಲ್ವಾ, ಯಜುರ್ವೇದ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಯಜ್ ಇಂದ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಯಜ್ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ಟು ವರ್ಷಿಪ್, ಯಜ್ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ಟು ಆನರ್. ಸೊ ಯಜ್ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ಟು ರೆಕಗ್ನೈಸ್ ದಿ ಆನರ್ and offer whatever that they like it, and because of that they receive, they are able to be. And moreover, another aspect of Yajurvedans is that they should know the gods, their likes and dislikes, and also what could be given to them that makes them more pleased, and that they will be able to oblige. Adrinda, you see, this is an interesting thing that, see 134 to this is Devanam Nishkrutam Rutasya Yonim Asida. So Asadam. Nishkruti means redeeming. So if you will be able to please them, all these things, to all that, let them sit in their own respective order. Because Yoni and the origin are a seat. So then, this is the seat of Adityaha. Adityaha is singular. Aditi is the mother of all gods. So it is a motherly place. That means all children like to go near the mother and stay there. That's why this is the mother's place. Go and sit, get seated. And next they turn to Deva Savitaha. That is the Lord Savitru Devata. Deva Savitaha Eshaha Somaha Tagum Rakshadvam Mavodabhan. So, the Vasarjaniya Homadalli idivalla ನಾವು. So, you should not, dabhan means to harm, to injure. So, O Deva, O Savita, you try to protect the Soma and also don't harm or give any trouble to the Soma. And next they turn to the Soma Deva and compliment Soma in next line. Tvagum Soma Devo Devanam Upagaha. See, Devaha Somaha. Soma is a god. Therefore, the god is asked to go to the dwelling place of the gods. So, Devanam Upaga means you go to the dwelling place of the gods and Idamaham Manushyaha Manushyan Saha Prajaya Sahara Yasposhena. It's a kind of arrangement which the Yajamana or the priest makes or the sacrificial persons are making, that let Soma go to gods and Manushyaha go to meet the Manushyas, and also with the children or with the Santanam. And how should they go? Like Rayas Poshena Saha. So together with Raya and Posha, that is wealth and food. After all, ಅದಕ್ಕೋಸ್ಕರವೇ ಎಲ್ಲ ಫ್ರೆಟ್ ಮಾಡೋದು. See, all people are working hard during their youthful time and all that. Why? Because only we have to acquire wealth and food. Your kitchen should be full with a store in the storeroom, and you should be getting sufficient funds to make everybody happier. So, Prajaya Saha, Rayas Poshena Saha, Manushyaaham Upaga. So, that's why in Mahanyasa also, Devaha Deveshu Strayadvam, Manushyaha Manusyeshu Strayadvam, Prathama Dvitiyeshu Strayadvam ಅಂತ ಬರುತ್ತಲ್ವಾ. So, ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಅರ್ಥ ಏನು? There will be a kind of matching. See, Rakshasa, everybody, the matching is there. In the respect of matching in astrology, when two horoscopes, male and female, being compared, ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಅಂದ್ರೆ, you cannot accept Deva, Manava Deva and Deva Manava combinations ಇದ್ರೆ ನಕ್ಷತ್ರಗಳಲ್ಲಿ, because we got Deva Nakshatra, Manush Nakshatra, etc. ನಕ್ಷತ್ರಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ತುಂಬಾ ಡಿವಿಷನ್ಸ್ ಇದೆ. ಫಾರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್, ಕೋತಿ ನಕ್ಷತ್ರ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಯಾವುದಾದ್ರು ಕೋತಿ ಸ್ವಭಾವ ಇರೋದು. ಸೊ ಈ ರೀತಿಯಾಗಿ ಏನಿದೆ, ದೇವಾನಾಮಪಾಗ ಅಂದರೆ, ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಸೋಮದೇವ is a god, let him go and join the groups of gods. Let the men go and join the group, the men, other men also. That is, the man is gregarious. Actually, man lives in groups. He cannot live alone for a long time. Ekaki naiva ramate. Satabad Brahmana says that Ekaki naiva ramate. When one man alone is there, he may not rejoice with that. So sadvitiyam chakre. Then the man wants a second, and then further. So like that, Hile Manushyan and Hogawagenandre Sahaprajaya Saharayas Poshena. That is, you cannot be selfish and independent and individualistic. You should have a lot of people, your own santanam, your own children, grandchildren, your friends and relatives. All these people are involved. That's why Manushya Saha Prajaya and Rayas Poshena Saha. ಬರೀ ಕೈಯಿಂದ ಹೋಗಬಾರ್ದು. You should have something taken to the company you are going to meet. ಅದರಿಂದ probably this is the origin for our beautiful instruction, culture. I told you, Narikta Hasta Acharyam Roginam Gruhapatim Gachet ಅಂತಾರೆ. ಅಂದರೆ ಬರೀ ಕೈಯಿಂದ ಹಾಸ್ಪಿಟ್ಲಲ್ಲಿ ಇದ್ದ ಪೇಷಂಟ್ ನೋಡೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಅಥವಾ ಗುರುಗಳು ಹೋಗೋವಾಗ ಆರ್ ಮಕ್ಕಳಿರೋ ಮನೆಗೆ ಹೋಗೋವಾಗ ಈ ತರಹ ಆವಾಗ ನಾವು ಬರೀ ಕೈಯಿಂದ ಹೋಗಬಾರ್ದು. ಯು ಶುಡ್ ಗೋ ವಿತ್ ಸಮಥಿಂಗ್ ಇನ್ ಯುವರ್ ಹ್ಯಾಂಡ್. ಫಾರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್, ಇಫ್ ಯು ಗೋ ಟು ಯುವರ್ ಫ್ರೆಂಡ್ಸ್ ಹೌಸ್ ಹೂ ಹ್ಯಾಸ್ ಗಾಟ್ ಎ ಸ್ಮಾಲ್ ಚೈಲ್ಡ್, ಬಂದ ತಕ್ಷಣ ಮಗು ಡೋರ್ ಓಪನ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಕೈ ನೋಡ್ತಾಳೆ. ನಿಮ್ಮ ಕೈಯಲ್ಲಿ 5 ಸ್ಟಾರ್ ಇಟ್ಕೊಂಡ್ರೆ ಕಿತ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹೋಗಿ ಅಪ್ಪನಿಗೆ ಹೇಳ್ತಾಳೆ, ಅಯ್ಯೋ ಯಾರೋ ಬಂದಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಅಂತ. ಶಿ ವಾಸ್ ಇಂಟ್ರೆಸ್ಟೆಡ್ ಇನ್ ದಿ 5 ಸ್ಟಾರ್ ಚಾಕ್ಲೇಟ್ than any other thing, because the child does not know so and so has come. ಅದಕ್ಕೋಸ್ಕರ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಈ ಕಲ್ಚರ್ ನೋಡಿದರೆ ದಟ್ಸ್ ಹಿಂದೂ ಕಲ್ಚರ್, ವೇರ್ ಯು ಸಿ ಪ್ರಜಯಾ ಸಹ ರಾಯಸ್ಪೋಷೇಣ ಉಪಾಗ. ದಟ್ ಉಪಾಗ ವರ್ಬ್ ಯು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಅಪ್ಲೈ ಸೊ ದಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ಅಂಡರ್ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡ್. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಇದೆಲ್ಲ ಆದಮೇಲೆ ಕೊನೆಗೆ ಏನು ಮಾಡಬೇಕಂದ್ರೆ, ವಿ ಆರ್ ಆಲ್ವೇಸ್ ಇನ್ ಅವರ್ ಲೈಫ್ ಕನ್ಫ್ರಂಟಿಂಗ್ 2 kinds of people. That is the gods and Pitrudevatas. Devaha, Pitrudevaha. ಈ 2 ಇರ್ತಾರಲ್ವ, ಅದಕ್ಕೋಸ್ಕರ ನಾವೇನು ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, ವಿ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಪೇ ಅವರ್ ಒಬೇಸೆನ್ಸ್ ಟು ದೆಮ್. ಸೊ ದೇವತೆಗಳಿಗೆ ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ, ಪಿತೃದೇವತೆಗಳಿಗೆ ಸ್ವಧಾ ಅಂದರೆ ಆಹಾರ ಆಫರ್ ಮಾಡೋದು. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಪಿತೃದೇವತಾ ಸೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಇಟ್ ಸೆಲ್ಫ್ ಇಸ್ ಎ ಡಿಫರೆಂಟ್ ಒನ್, ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಸುಂಧಂತು ಪಿತರಹ and sundhantam. So Pitrudevatagala Trupti is very important. We cannot skip it. At least ಮನಸ್ಸಲ್ಲಿ ಆದರೂ ತಮ್ಮ ಪಿತೃದೇವತೆಗಳನ್ನು ಜ್ಞಾಪಕ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ತಾ ಇರಬೇಕು. ಯಾಕೆಂದರೆ ದಿ ಹೌಸ್ ವಿ ಲಿವ್ ಇಸ್ ಪಿತೃಕೃಪ. ದಿ ಡೆಕೋರೇಷನ್ ವಿ ಮೇಕ್ ಇನ್ಸೈಡ್ ದಿ ಹೌಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಪಿತೃಕೃಪ. ದಿ ಹೌಸ್ ವಿ ಗೆಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಅ ದೇವತಾ ಕೃಪ ಅಂಡ್ ಆಲ್ ದಟ್. ದಟ್ಸ್ ವೈ ನಮೋ ದೇವೇಭ್ಯಃ ಸ್ವಧಾ ಪ್ರಭೋ. ಅಂಡ್ ವರುಣಸ್ಯ ಪಾಶಾತ್ and idamaham nirvarunasya pashat suvarabhi. So abhi suvaha, that is, Varuna is having a pasha or noose in us. Yama pasha, Varuna pasha, Rudra pasha ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. ಈ ಪಾಶ ಒಂದು ಟಚ್ ಆದರೆ nobody can continue life. That's why we have got to get rid of the pasagalu. You know, in Mrityunjaya mantra, you get that Mrityor Mutshiyamamrutat. ಮುಂಚೆ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಬಂಧನಾತ್. ಪಾಶ ಅಂದರೆ ಬಂಧನ. That it will entice you and that will make you attached, that will make you completely mohagrasta. ಈ ಮೋಹ ಅನ್ನೋದಿದೆಯಲ್ಲ, ಸೊ ಇನ್ ಭಗವದ್ ಗೀತಾ ಇನ್ 18th chapter that mohagrastah ತಮಸಾನ್ವಿತಾಃ ಭವಂತಿ. ಮೋಹ ಅಂದರೆ ಮೂಢತ್ವಂ, ಸ್ಟುಪಿಡಿಟಿ. ಸೊ ಆ ಸ್ಟುಪಿಡಿಟಿ ಇಲ್ಲದೆ ಇರಬೇಕು. ಅದನ್ನು ಈ ಪಿತೃದೇವತೆಗಳು ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಸೇರಿ ನಮ್ಮನ್ನು ಆ ಸ್ಟುಪಿಡಿಟಿ ಹೊಟ್ಟೋಗ್ಬೇಕು. ಅದು ಮೋರ್ ಸೋ ಈಸ್ ವರುಣ. ಸೊ ಯಾಕೆ ವರುಣ ಪೂಜೆ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು? ವರುಣ ಅಂದರೆ ನೈಟ್ ಗಾಡ್, ಮಿತ್ರ ಅಂದರೆ ಡೇ ಗಾಡ್. ಡೇ ಗಾಡಲ್ಲಿ ನೀವು ಪುಣ್ಯಗಳು ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇರ್ತೀರಿ, ಬಟ್ ನೈಟ್ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೋ ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ. ರೋಗಗಳಿಗೆ, ಆಮೇಲೆ ರೋಗಗಳಿಗೆ, ರಾಕ್ಷಸರಿಗೆ ಪುಣ್ಯಕಾಲ ಯಾವುದು ಅಂದರೆ ರಾತ್ರಿ ಕಾಲ. ಸೊ ಆಲ್ ಎಮರ್ಜೆನ್ಸೀಸ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ಸ್ unknown would crop up more in the nights than in the daytime. Daytime alli yaar robbery ಮಾಡಲ್ಲ. Generally they are very much careful, but all that happens in the night. You look at in Hanuman in Ramayana made the Lanka survey, town planning or city planning of Lanka was mastered by Hanuman in Sundarakanda, as we come to know from Valmiki, during the night time at the first instance. ರಾತ್ರಿ ಕಾಲ ಪಾಪ ನಿದ್ದೆ ಹೋಗಿಲ್ಲ ಹನುಮಾನ್. He went on because all people will be sleeping during the night time. So he had a night town planning ಎಲ್ಲ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗ್ಬಿಡುತ್ತೆ. And when his tail was lit in the morning, then he had a daylight survey of the entire town plan. That's why the entire Lanka knowledge is for Hanuman, and he will be the guide like that. So that's why here we have ನಿರ್ವರುಣಸ್ಯ ಪಾಶ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ರಾತ್ರಿ ಕಾಲದಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾದರೂ ತೊಂದರೆಗಳು ಬಂದ್ರೆ ಫ್ರಮ್ ದೋಸ್ hurdles we have got to get protected because of the grace of a large number of gods and Pitru Devatas. Therefore, Nirvaranasya. So this is exactly what we are having the connection with the Homa. And next mantras, that is the fourth Prapataka, 1, 3, 4, 3, are the mantras, short ones, connected to Vaisarjaniya Homa ಅಂತಾರೆ. ನಮ್ಮ ಗುರುಗಳು ಕಾಶಿಕರ್ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರು, ಈ ವೈಸರ್ಜನೀಯಮೇವ ದಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಟು ಗಿವ್ ಅಪ್, ವಿಸರ್ಜನ ಈಸ್ ಟು ಉದ್ಯಾಪನ, ಈಸ್ ಟು ಸೆಂಡ್ ಔಟ್. ಇದು ಹೋಮ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಆವಾಗ ಈ ವೈಸರ್ಜನೀಯ ಹೋಮ ಮಂತ್ರಾಸು ಹೆಂಗೆ ಹೋಗುತ್ತಂದ್ರೆ, ಆಲ್ರೆಡಿ ಅವರ್ friend has read them, so I just try to read and explain to you. Here you get Vikhe Shambhaishwanaram Jyotihi Agne Vratapate Tvam Vratanam Vratapatirasi Ya Mamatanuhu Tvayabhut Yam Gum Samayi या तव तनुः मय्यभूत् एषा सा त्वयि यथा यथं नौ व्रतपते व्रतिनो व्रतानि. ಎಷ್ಟು ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿದೆ ನೋಡಿದ್ರೆ ಕಲ್ಚರು. ಸಿ ಒಂದು, ಇಫ್ ಯು ವಾಂಟ್ ಟು ಮೆಡಲ್ ದಿ ಪವರ್, ಯು ಕೆನಾಟ್ ಮೆಡಲ್ ವಿತ್ ಹ್ಯಾಂಡ್ಸ್, ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಯು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಸಮ್ ಕೈಂಡ್ ಆಫ್ ಗ್ಲೌಸ್ or protection. ಕೈಗೆ ಗ್ಲೌಸ್ ಹಾಕ್ಕೊಂಡು, ಸಪೋಸಿಂಗ್ ಯು ವಾಂಟ್ ಟು ಟಚ್ ದ ಮೆಟಲ್, ದ ಫೈರ್, ಐ ಮೀನ್ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಿಸಿಟಿ, ಸುಮ್ಮನೆ ಇದ್ರೆ ಯು ವಿಲ್ ಶಾರ್ಟ್ ಸರ್ಕ್ಯೂಟ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, ಶಾರ್ಟ್ ಸರ್ಕ್ಯೂಟ್. ಸೊ ಯು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಆನ್ ವುಡನ್ ಸ್ಟೂಲ್, put some gloves to your hand, and then only metal. Even all screwdrivers, electric, to test the testers ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಲ್ಲ, ಆ ಟೆಸ್ಟರ್ಸ್ಗೆ you have got a handle, also light, so that the moment it touches the power, there will be light in your handle of the tester, and you are not electrocuted, or you are not given the shock. The same way, here in this mantra, we are making a prayer to Agni. Oh Agni, you please lend your body to me temporarily, and you please take my body into you, so that I will be able to do that. See, Mahanyasa or Lagunyasa is just the same thing. Now you see, Vaiswanaram Jyotihi Vikhesham. May I be able to understand the Vaiswanara Jyoti. Vaiswanara Jyoti means the Vishwanara Hita Jyoti. There are so many kinds of Agnis. And mainly the Agni has been divided into 3 categories. One is Amad Agni, Kravyad Agni, and Ahavaniya Agni, or otherwise we call it as a Vaiswanara Agni. So, Illi Vaiswanara Agni is Vishwanara Hita, that is a sacred fire, and into which you make all your offerings, and which will Agni as Vaiswanara. He will not grumble whatever work you assign to him. If you say Agnaye Swaha, he pockets the share. If you say Indraya Swaha, he delivers at the doorstep of the Indra's palace. And like that, Agnaye Swaha, Indraya Swaha, Chandraya Swaha. That's why he is a Vaiswanara Jyoti. What is Jyoti? Jyoti is a knowledge. Jyoti is the brightness. So, Jyoti is the intelligence. So, when you say Vaiswanaram Jyoti, all-round intelligence. When you have got all-round intelligence, you will be able to put your hand or make remarks and comments on any subject to which you are a chairman. Normally, in any seminar or symposium, we make an individual, a learned man, a conversationalist, etc. We will be making him as the chairman. So he would be able to make some comments ultimately at the end. That's why that kind of Jyoti intelligence is there. Svanaram. That's what we call it as a. So, Amadagni means that fire which burns the flesh. That is what non-veg burner is called Amada. Amada andre Mamsa. ಈ ಮಾಂಸಾಹಾರವನ್ನು ತಯಾರು ಮಾಡಿಸೋ ಅಗ್ನಿ ತಯಾರು ಮಾಡೋ ಅಗ್ನಿ ಇಸ್ ನಾಟ್ ಪ್ರೊಫೇನ್ ಆರ್ ಸೀಕ್ರೆಟ್. ದಟ್ಸ್ ವೈ ದೊಡ್ಡವ್ರು ಏನು ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ, ಡೋಂಟ್ ಗೋ ಟು ರೆಸ್ಟೋರೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಟು ಹೋಟೆಲ್ ಯು ವಾಂಟ್ ಟು ಗೋ ವೇರ್ ವೆಜ್ ಅಂಡ್ ನಾನ್ ವೆಜ್ ಬೋತ್ ಆರ್ ಪ್ರಿಪೇರ್ಡ್, ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ದೇ ಡೋಂಟ್ ಚೇಂಜ್ ದಿ ಫೈರ್ ಫಾರ್ ವೆಜ್ ಆರ್ ನಾನ್ ವೆಜ್ ಪ್ರಿಪರೇಷನ್ಸ್. ಸೊ you are to normally a Brahmin to some extent these days must avoid going to non-veg veg. Hotel ಅಂತ ಒಂದು ಆ ಕಾಲದಲ್ಲಿ ಇತ್ತು. ಈಗ ಐ ಡೋಂಟ್ ನೋ ಮಿಲಿಟರಿ ಹೋಟೆಲ್ ಐಡಿಯಾ ಗಾನ್. ದೇ ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಪ್ರಿಪೇರ್ ಓನ್ಲಿ ನಾನ್ ವೆಜ್ ಸ್ಟಫ್. ದಟ್ ಇಸ್ ದೇರ್ ದ ಫೈರ್ is called Amadagni. And now we have got Kravyadagni. I don't go details about it. Kravyadagni ಅಂದ್ರೆ even to prepare the food for the ಪಿತೃದೇವತಾಸ್. ಶ್ರಾದ್ದ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಲ್ವ, ಶ್ರಾದ್ದ ಮಾಡುವಾಗ ಅಮಾವಾಸ್ಯತ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವ ತರಹ ಫುಡ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವೋ ಅದನ್ನು ಆ ಫೈರು ಸ್ಯಾಂಕ್ಟಿಫೈ ಮಾಡಿ ಮತ್ತೆ ನಮಗೆ ಆಹಾರ ಮಾಡೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಉಪಯೋಗ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಸೊ ಯು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಸಿಂಬಾಲಿಕಲಿ ನೀರಿಂದ ಪ್ರೋಷಣ ಮಾಡಿ ಯು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಗಾಟ್ ಟು ಮೇಕ್ ಇಟ್ ಪ್ಯೂರಿಫೈಡ್. ಸೊ ದಟ್ಸ್ ವೈ ಅಗ್ನಿಹೋತ್ರ. ನಾವು ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಿಕ್ ಸ್ಟವ್ಸ್ ಆಗಲಿ ಈ ಗ್ಯಾಸ್ ಸ್ಟವ್ಸ್ ಆಗಲಿ ಇನ್ ದೀಸ್ ಡೇಸ್ and earlier days ಅಲ್ಲಿ my mother-in-law and her brother, my grandmother and all that, they used to, whenever the muddy hutkond mele, they used to do such sprinkle some water to in order to purify. Adrinda Vaiswanaram Jyotihi Vikhesham andrenu Vikhyati, that is I am going to worship, pay homage to Vaiswanara Agni. And secondly, who is this Agni? We should want some kind of biodata primary from him. So Agni Vratapate Tvam Vratanam Vratapatirachi. Why should you choose Agni here specifically? Because he is the Lord of all Vows. VOW. Ella Vratagalage Adhipati yaru andre Agni. ಅದಕ್ಕೋಸ್ಕರ he is called a Vratapati. And you know, we have got so many gods specifically focused or polarized. For example, we have got Brahaspati, Brahmanaspati, and Vastupati or Vastoshpati. And like that, there is always a overlord or a chairman for the activity. So Vratanam Patihi, Vratapatihi. And another example I give you is Pasupati. Pasupati Arapa Rudra. Pasunam Patim Papanasham Girisham ಅಂತ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು ಸ್ತೋತ್ರ ಇದೆಯಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ ಪಶುಪತಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳೋದಕ್ಕಿನ್ನ ಯಾವ ತರಹ ಪಶೂನಾಂ ಪತಿ. ಪಶು ಅಂದರೆ ನಾಟ್ ನೆಸೆಸರ್ಲಿ 4-legged animals. Even 2-legged animals, humans are also pashu. ಸೊ ಮಹಿಷೋ ಪಶುಹು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ ಮಾರ್ಕಂಡೇಯ ಮಹರ್ಷಿ ದುರ್ಗಾ ಸಪ್ತಶತಿಯಲ್ಲಿ. ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಮಹಿಷ ದೋ ಹ್ಯಾಪನ್ ಟು ಬಿ ಅಭಿಷಾಸುರ, ದೋ ಹ್ಯಾಪನ್ ಟು ಬಿ ಎ ವೆರಿ diligent ಭಕ್ತ, ಬಟ್ ಹಿ ಹ್ಯಾಸ್ ಗಾಟ್ ಎ ಸ್ಟ್ರಾಂಗ್ డిజైర్ ఇన్ హిమ్ టు ఫైట్ విత్ అమ్మవారు. సో అమ్మవారు ఏం చేయాలి అంటే ఎప్పుడెప్పుడు భక్తులు ఏ రీతిగా కోరికలు కోరుతుంటారో ఆయా రీతిగా అనుగ్రహాన్ని ఇస్తూ ఉండాలి. దట్స్ వై the gods do not know anything at all. They always go by the guidance you give to them, and therefore we have to activate the inner the mahima of them by doing yajna. Yagnam, that's why so yagnam gacha is one thing. Then yagnena yagnama yajanta devaha tani dharmani pradhamanyasan tehanakam Sachante. So Mahimanaha is Sabda. That is, we also develop some kind of power, inertia, and that power we derive owing to your devotion to the higher ups. If you are pleasing the boss, you can get so many benefits. That's a normal experience. So Vratapate, Vratanam Vratapati Rasi. So what is the job? What is the homework you are giving to Agni? Ya mamatanuhu tvai abhutu. So what body I had in me, you are in my body. Agni is there in our body, constantly available. How? You know, every being is running. All men, all human beings are having heat inside the body. What is the measure of the heat? 98.4 degrees temperature. In 98.4 degrees temperature, there you never bother about the heat. Ade 100 male hobitre, you will realize your body is having the fever. And if it goes down the 98.4 degrees also, so itara variation is problem. But if we are able to maintain 98.4 degrees Agni, so that's why here it is said, Mama tanuhu, see, ya tanuhu mama tvaya bhudayam. So whatever body, heat, energy I have, it is in you. And whatever extra powerful heat and body you have got, you please mayi, lend me to me temporarily. Ya tavatanuhu ha abhut yesha satvai. Therefore, there is the kind of exchange of bodies between you and Agni. Why? How? Because Agni is your dearest friend. Not only he is your friend, but Agni also is God's friend. That's why Agni has got free entry into the private chambers of all gods. And therefore he is called as a Jata Veda. In Sri Suktam, in Hiranyavarnam Harinim Suvarnaratasrajam Chandram Hiranmayim Lakshmim Jata Vedo Ihavaha or Mamavaha. So please bring me Lakshmi so and so to my house closer. And so Agni has to accompany Lakshmi to your house. And not only that, you wake the Agni, another request that what Lakshmi you bring to my house, she should not go away from my house. She should be Sada Lakshmi Tishtati Tasya Gruhe. Nammanelli Yavaglu Lakshmi Rabeku. Andre Arthayanu, you have to make a prayer to that wealth goddess, saying that Anapagamini Avaha. Again, you put a condition to Agni. Aya Agni, please bring Lakshmi Devi, who will never think again to go away from my house. Once you bring the goddess Lakshmi to my house, she should continue to be in my house so that I will have all prosperity in that. Therefore, Satanu. And so, this kind of Agni Prarthana is that we borrow the body of Agni into us, and we in turn deposit our body, frail body, into Agni, so that we will be able to continue the Agnistoma Yajna or any vratam for that matter. So Yamamatanuhu Tvayi Abhut Iyagum Samayi Ya Tavatanuhu Maya Abhut Yesha Satvayi. This is the wonderful idea which our Veda Rishis have given us. After all, man is a frail creature. He is only a blood bottle, glass bottle. If he falls down, the blood bottle breaks, then blood goes out. See, if outer skin is cut, no matter. If inner skin is just appearing and not, only when the inner skin gets cut, the flesh. And if the flesh of the body is cut, then blood comes out. So beneath the outer, inner, and flesh, the blood will be flowing. And when flesh is cut, then the blood comes out. So blood is the Paramatma. ಅಂದ್ರೆ 3 layers ಪ್ರೊಟೆಕ್ಟಿವ್ ಆಗಿ ನಮ್ಗೆ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಬಾಡಿಯಲ್ಲಿ. ಆ 3 layers ನಾವು ಕೇರ್ ಮಾಡದೆ ತುಂಬಾ ಅನ್ಯಾಯ ಮಾಡಿಕೊಂಡ್ರೆ ಆವಾಗ ದಿ ಪರಮಾತ್ಮ ಕಮ್ಸ್ ಔಟ್. When blood comes out, it's a problem. Therefore, here you have got that ya mama tanuhu tvaya bhuto ayagum samayi ya tava tanuhu maya bhuto esha sa tvayi. Look at the idea. It's a wonderful subhashita. That's why we always do Lagunyasa Purvaka Rudrabhisheka or Mahanyasa Purvaka Rudrabhisheka, wherein we see that we deposit our body into Rudra and we borrow the body of Rudra. Once Rudrabhisheka ella admele, symbolically we return it back to him. So we become in a healthy way. Ya evasmi, sa evasmi. And the next mantra asali Bharat konidali, you have to return the Agni body which you have borrowed from him and then take your body back. You cannot remain with Agni body because you cannot remain with fever at all. Fever bandre, you should try to reduce it. So that's why Apunakam antar Telugu lopala. So Devur bandidare mai mele andre, Devur mai mele barodu, it's a different aspect. ಅದರಿಂದ ಯಥಾ ಯಥಂ ನಃ ವ್ರತಪತೆ ವ್ರತಿನೋ ವ್ರತಿನೋ ವ್ರತಾನಿ ವ್ರತಿನಃ ವ್ರತಾನಿ. Why at all I am coming into this kind of barter way? ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನಾನು ವ್ರತಗಳನ್ನು ಮಾಡೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಶಕ್ತಿವಂತನಾಡಬೇಕು, ಆಗ್ಬೇಕು. ಮಧ್ಯದಲ್ಲಿ ಸುಸ್ತು ಬರಬಾರದು, ವೈರಾಗ್ಯ ಬರಬಾರದು, ಏನೋ ತರ ಆಗಬಾರ್ದು. ಸೊ ವಾಟ್ ಎವರ್ ಪ್ಲಾನಿಂಗ್ ಯು ಮೇಕ್ ಆರ್ ಸ್ಟ್ರೆಚ್ ಯು ವಾಂಟ್ ಟು ಮೇಕ್ ಇನ್ ರೆಸ್ಪೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಫ್ ವರ್ಷಿಪ್, ದಟ್ ಯು ಶುಡ್ ಬಿ ಏಬಲ್ ಟು ಕಂಪ್ಲೀಟ್ ಇಟ್. ಯಾಕಂದರೆ ಮಧ್ಯದಲ್ಲಿ ಪೂಜಾ ಬಿಟ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಬೇರೆ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇರ್ತಾರೆ. ಬಟ್ ಅಂಥದ್ದು ಯಾವುದೂ ಆಗದೆ, ವಾಟ್ ಎವರ್ ಬಿ ದಿ ಡ್ಯೂರೇಷನ್, ಡ್ಯೂರಿಂಗ್ ದ ಡ್ಯೂರೇಷನ್ ಐ ಶುಡ್ ಬಿ ಏಬಲ್ ಟು ಕಂಪ್ಲೀಟ್ ದಿ ಇಂಟೆಂಡೆಡ್ ಪ್ರಾಜೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆರ್ ಪರ್ಫಾರ್ಮೆನ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ದಿ ವ್ರತಾಸ್. ಸೊ ವ್ರತಪತಿ ವ್ರತವಿಘ್ನ ಸೊ ಹೂ ಈಸ್ ಅಗ್ನಿ? ಅಗ್ನಿ ಈಸ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ವಿಘ್ನೇಶ್ವರ. ಅಂದರೆ ನಾವು ವಿಘ್ನೇಶ್ವರ ಪ್ರಾರ್ಥನೆ ಮಾಡಿ ಎಲ್ಲ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. ಆ ಅಗ್ನಿ ಪ್ರಾರ್ಥನಾ ಅಗ್ನಿ ಆವಾಹನ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಏನು ಮಾಡೋದಕ್ಕಾಗೋಲ್ಲ. ಅಗ್ನಿ ಇನ್ ವೇದಾಸ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಗಣಪತಿ ಇನ್ ದಿ ಪುರಾಣ. ದೇರ್ ಫೋರ್ ಅಗ್ನಿ ಅಂಡ್ ಗಣಪತಿ ಅಂಡ್ ಇವನ್ನೆಲ್ಲ ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ವೈಷ್ಣವರು ಇನ್ನೊಬ್ಬರನ್ನು ವೈಖಾನಸ್ ಇನ್ನೊಬ್ಬರನ್ನು ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಸೊ ಲೈಕ್ ವಾಟ್ ಎವರ್ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್, ಸೊ ವಿ ಮಸ್ಟ್ ಮೇಕ್ ಎ ಪ್ರೇಯರ್ to first that God. So yatha yatham, as it is. Yatha yatham is as it is. O pratapate vratinaha vratani sekeyam. So our object is to perform vratas, that we will be able to do it. Another, this will be the Vaisarjaniya Homa section where you are trying to give up your body to Agni, borrow the body of Agni into you temporarily, and you should be able to go through the performance of the yajna proper. And when once the yajna is concluded, you have to make again some exchanges. This is that. And in the next Kandika, which we are going to do, that is called 1351, we have got Atyanyanagam Nanyanupagam Arvak Tva Parairavidam Parovaraihi. And so Tam Tva, the mantra goes like that. So next 135 ಏನಾಗತ್ತಂದ್ರೆ this 135 kind Prapataka will talk about the next item as the Yupachedanam. You have to have the Yupa. Yupa means the sacrificial post to which the animal is tied. And where there is a yagna, I mean that yagnaka Yupa beku. In other words, I can say, we can understand it as a kind of antenna. Akashdalli hogbeku andre antenna bekalva. And the tails are very important for aircraft. Nam Hanuman kuda, he is a self-aircraft. When he was flying in the air, his tail is the antenna for him. So he kept his tail upward and hands and legs stretched. And he was 30 yojanas wide and long, also 32 yojanas long. Such ways, that was a huge body which Anjaneya made aircraft and flew in up to Lanka and all that. Anyway, that's we have. So the flight under Yajna Madavaga, what is that we expect? We are flying to go to Swargaloka or other better lokas. And therefore, the next mantra, which is that you are getting this kind of idea that Ati Anyan Agam Na Anyan Anupagam. So this secondika we explain next when we meet. So we stop here. Om Swasti.
Om Krishnaya Vasudevaya Hariye Paramatmane Pranata Kleshanashaya Govindaya Namo Namaha Krishnaya Yadavendraya Gnanamudraya Yogine Nataya Rukmineshaya Namo Vedanta Vedine Krishnaya Vasudevaya Devaki Nandanaya Cha Nanda Gopakumaraya Govindaya Namo Namaha Vasudeva Sutam Devam Kamsa Chanuramardhanam Devaki Paramanandam Krishnan Vande Jagadgurum. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Apadamauli Paryantam Guru Nama Krutim Smaret. Tena Vignaha Pranashanti Siddhyanti Cha Manoratah. Yadhaksharam Padabhratam Matra Yenantu Yadbhavet Tatsarvam Kshamyatam Deva Narayana Namastute Visarga Bindu Matrani Padapadaksharaणि Cha Nyunani Chatiriktāni Kshamasva Purushottama Abhirgirvyato na unamapyaya Harivo Paddhamana Yatha Stotrabhyo Mai Gotra Rujasi Bho Istabhajo Adatyeshama Brahma Pravadhi Smatanna Mahasi. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Sahana Vavatu Sahano Bhunaktu Saha Bhijankara Tejasvinavadhitamastu ma vidvishavahe. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Sarve bhavantu sukhinah. Sarve santu niramaya. Sarve bhadrani pasyantu ma kaschid dukkha bhag bhavet. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Tat Sat. Sarvam Shri Krishnarpanamasta. Shri Vasudevarpanamasta. Shri Veda Purusha Ashirvadostu. Om Tat Sat. Hari Om Namaste.
Thank you very much. Vasan ಹೆಂಗಿದಾರ